Okay, so I'm going to be reviewing what I think in this box for some wrong box. I'm going to be reviewing some walkie-talkies that are, I think they're in this box. There's only one way to find out. Okay. It's good to see that we can recycle this packaging. I like to see that. We got some Galwad-888S walkie-talkies, professional FM transmitter, not walkie-talkies. Long standby time scrambler. I'm not sure if that's legal. Noise reduction circuit FM radio. Okay, it has an FM radio. If it has an FM radio, I'm very impressed already. User's manual is in English. Comes with pictures, lots of useful diagrams. It's actually better than most user manuals that I see these days. Perfect. But I don't think we're going to need that just yet. Comes with headphones, or not headphones, but a headset with a mic. I've always wanted one of these because I hate holding this up to my head to speak. I'd rather just have it as a walkie-talkie. This is the antenna. I think you simply just screw it in like this. There's a place for batteries. I'm assuming these are rechargeable. Yes, they are. So the battery is one piece with the lid. It has two leads, positive and negative, and it's 1800 milliamp hours, 7.4 volts, lithium ion.
Power on, 1.
So power on 1. That 1 is, I think, probably meant to indicate that it's on channel 1, which is fine. Now, in order to test this, I think the best way to do this would be to activate the other one, go to another room, and try to speak into it. So,
Power on, 1.
they're both on channel 1. Let's just test it. Testing. Perfect. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to go to another room, and I'm going to speak. I'm going to go downstairs, and I'm going to speak, and you can hear what it sounds like on the receiving end. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Alpha Tango 3, 2, 4, come in. Roger that, we're en route. Okay, so that's what it sounded like. I noticed another feature that I really like. It has a flashlight. So that's really handy because if you're out in the field, you're going to have this with you all the time, but you're not necessarily going to have your flashlight handy. So this is really cool. It also has a strobe in case you need to get someone's attention. I don't know what this button does. Maybe I can look in the manual. This is where you plug in your headset. Usually cover it to prevent dust from going in. This is the volume knob. So if we just turn this up, actually,
Power on, 1.
yeah. So turning it clockwise will turn the volume up, and turning it counterclockwise all the way will turn the unit off, like so.
1,
The other knob is actually for the channel. So if you go to
2, 3, 4.
these are the different channels that you can tune to. This is really cool. I just want to make a point of this. I've used other cheaper walkie-talkies that have buttons and an LCD display, and I really don't like them because you're gonna, in order to change the channel and turn the volume up or down, you're gonna have to go into some menu by holding a combination of the buttons down, and sometimes you forget if you haven't used it for a couple years. This is very, so far I have not looked at the instructions manual, and I figured out all but one button. This is the volume, this is the channel, this looks like the flashlight button, and I don't know what this one is. That's the only thing that I don't know. So let's have a quick look at the user's manual and see how difficult it is to find out what that button does. So I just turned to a random page. It says button E is the one I'm looking for, and it says monitor button, press and hold to hear background noise. Release to return to normal operation. So that's the background noise that's overlaid whenever you speak. If you go to a different channel, I think maybe there might be less background noise. Maybe not. And lastly, I mean, okay, so there are chargers, there are clips for clipping onto your belt. You're gonna have to screw these in. You're gonna have to remove these Phillips screws and screw these in, the clips. It's gonna take maybe a minute or two. Not a big deal. I'm not gonna do it right now. And the headsets, finally, let's take one out. See if it's any good. Just remove this, plug this in, and this is for your left ear, it looks like. However, actually it's for both ears. You can use it in either ear. I'm going to use it in my right ear because that's what I'm used to. And there's a button. There's a button and a mic. So if you hold this, you're transmitting. Let me just make sure they're on the same channel. Testing. Yep, so that works. You hold that button and speak into it. And I'm just going to test the comfort of this. Let's see how bad it is. Not bad at all. It feels like honestly, I can't even tell I'm wearing it. Usually where these become uncomfortable is behind your ear if you're wearing it for long hours, but I don't think this is so light that I can barely feel it on my ear. And you know what I like about this is that you can just put this in your pocket and just press this button. Testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. And the sound is just clear. It's perfect. Overall, I mean, you don't have to put batteries in these. They're rechargeable. They come with these lanyard things. The only thing I'm curious about is whether they have any electrical safety testing done to them. They only have CE. They don't have any of the other ones. So something to keep in mind. These are 5-volt, 500 milliamp chargers. However, they don't have CSA or UL or ETL rating. So if you're concerned about that, something to keep in mind. I don't see the stamps anywhere. So again, use at your own risk. But in terms of the walkie-talkies, I really like them. I wish they would have some sort of measure for when these batteries eventually give out, because they will after a couple years. I wish you could just use them with regular AAA batteries as well as the rechargeable ones, but I understand that they weren't able to incorporate that into the design. Not the biggest deal. I guess everything has an intended life cycle these days. They're not meant to last forever, but for the price, I mean, these are much better than what I'm used to using. I would totally recommend this. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to try it out in the field.